This is the video for on again, off again dating relationships, what keeps partners coming back. This is the literature review section. Significance was established by saying over 60% of young adults have been in relationships that have renewed once. Relationships that have renewed once, have broken off and renewed once, those are counted as on again, off again relationships. On again, off again relationships are different from other forms of relationships because they not only have higher rates of negative aspects, they have pre-established patterns that they're more likely to fall into. These relationships are usually renewed due to continued attachment, communication increased intimacy, dissatisfaction with other partners, and self-improvement. This all falls under the category of relational commitment, as it's how much you care and how much effort you're putting in to the other person. And in on again, off again relationships, you're more likely to put in more of that effort. Characteristics of transitions between on and off periods are the breakups being non-mutual, meaning one person wanted the relationship to continue and the other wanted to terminate it. There was dissatisfaction with alternative partners, so the relationship broke off due to there being alternative partners, and once with those alternative partners, there was dissatisfaction. Breakups also cause distress, particularly for those rejected partners. So when examining on and off relationships, you must examine the benefits of the breakup and how that facilitates renewal as opposed to the distress that it causes, especially for those rejected partners. Their research question in this study pertains to how breakup distress and benefits are linked to renewals. This is the methodology. So the participants were a sample of 274 undergraduate students that were in a larger study on dating and relationships. They are currently in or previously were in on-off relationships. 2/3 of the group were females. The average was 20 years, and the relationships ranged from 1 to 288 months, with a median and mode of 24 months. Students were in introductory communication courses, and they were asked to participate in a survey, and in that survey it was on and off relationships, but they self-defined the phases of their on and their off. That didn't make any sense. I know. So let me explain that again. So students were in introductory communications courses and were asked to participate in an online survey on their relationship. The point of this survey was for them to define the phases of on and off within that on and off relationship. Closed and open-ended questions were used to assess each stage. They were asked why they got together and who initiated the break and the renewal each time. Open-ended questions were then coded, and coders met with the first author to create the coding scheme for each question. For each renewal, they were asked to describe what they wanted, and this then got coded into 13 categories. They were also asked the major stressors and benefits, and that ended up being coded into 7 categories. These are the results of their study. Of the 13 categories for reasons for renewal, 4 were prominent. These 4 were lingering feelings. They felt their partner was the one. Missing general companionship and desired familiarity for the relationship provided. The most common one was lingering feelings. The feeling that their partner was the one was usually they had something unique in that relationship that was lacking in all other relationships. Having no better alternatives and having sympathy for their partner were less prevalent, but were still up there in the whole. In the categories for reasons for renewal. Their results agree with Daly's qualitative analysis of on and off relationships, which is video number 2. Few disillusions were mutual, but more than half of renewals were mutual. The initiator of the breakup usually stays consistent. So the person that initiated the breakup in the first time is usually the same one as the second time, and the second one usually the same time as the third time, and continue going on like that. If the participants had dated other people in their off periods, then they were less likely to come back to each other for the third or the next time. those who renewed had certainty that they were no longer dating after the second break. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna start that over again. So I'm gonna go from if partner. Okay, I'm gonna go for if participants. So I don't know how we're gonna crop this, but we'll figure it out. So if participants dated another partner, they were less likely to renew. Those who renewed had less certainty. They were no longer dating after the second break as the breakup became less clear. Less certainty about the break leads to an increase in likeliness to renew. The major stressors were doubt, disappointment in the relationship, emotional frustration, uncertainty about relational status, and yeah, that's it for major stressors. The benefits of the relationship were new appreciation for the benefits of the break. I'm so sorry. Okay, so let me start from major stressors and then we can edit out that other part. Okay, major stressors were doubt or disappointment in the relationship, emotional frustration, or uncertainty about the relationship status. So that's what caused stress to the partners in the on and off relationship. Benefits were a new appreciation. The benefits of the break were a new appreciation for partner or helped improve the quality of the relationship. But most benefits were lessons learned, not benefits like they felt them in the moment. General characteristics and proximal factors should be assessed more fully to understand the cyclical nature of these relationships, is how Daly ended her research. Thank you for watching. I need to watch it now.